out-of-body experience.
Welcome to the Brothers of Wrestling podcast.
Welcome back to the Brothers of Wrestling podcast with your host Logan
Hayden.
and welcome to our 1-year anniversary special. Now, obviously things look a little bit different. It's not just our voices this time, it is our faces as well. We thought that since it's the 1-year anniversary, it would be a little bit appropriate to have our faces on camera so that we could be more personal with you guys as we discuss some of the reasons why the podcast started and all that kind of stuff. So we're very excited. We cannot believe that it started a year ago today, and the fact that we're still here now, it's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. It's been a crazy year doing the podcast with you. Yeah, I don't know. It's just we decided to do video for this one, and we might try to incorporate more videos along the way in this next year.
Yeah, for the special things.
For special things, like the bigger stuff, the awards we do, the BOW 100 we did, the Hall of Fame, stuff like that. Maybe we can get a little bit more video interaction in. Talked about maybe even doing the weeklies like this, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, every once in a while, yeah.
We got to see how
Yeah.
smooth it runs. But
Yeah, these aren't going to be like a weekly thing now going forward or anything.
yeah, we just wanted to do it for kind of the special stuff, see where everything sits with it. But yeah, it's been a crazy year, and I'm excited to get into this podcast. We decided for this 1-year anniversary that we wanted to do something a little bit different this time. When we first started the podcast, we kind of just went right into it.
Yeah, the first episode was that first episode of the Bracket Madness with the WWE Champions.
Yep. Yeah, we went straight into Bracket Madness, and we never really stopped to introduce ourselves or any of our background with wrestling or anything like that. So
We've
we
kind
thought
of
this episode,
dumped it in. We've dumped it in here and there, little pieces.
yeah, we throw some stuff in here and there, but I thought this would be a good time for this first 1-year anniversary to kind of go over some of the stuff that is our background in wrestling, what we like about wrestling, all our favorite things.
Yeah.
So
we're veterans of the game.
Yeah, that's what this podcast is all about. The celebration of kind of giving you guys a backstage look at kind of what we do, what we like about wrestling, and all that kind of stuff. So I think the first thing we need to cover, if we're going to talk about things, is what was our purpose starting the podcast? So why don't you start talking about that?
I think our purpose in starting the podcast was mainly just to have our wrestling opinions and wrestling thoughts out there on record, because we had played together. We played Fortnite, played Madden, whatever it may be, and we'd get in a call and we'd talk about what happened on Raw or what happened on SmackDown or Dynamite or whatever it may be, or the pay-per-view. And we'd talk about what we think is going to happen and where we would go with this if we were booking it and all this kind of stuff, like any wrestling fan would do with their friends. And we just thought, well, if we're talking in here, we might as well record it and put it up for other people to hear in case they were curious about it. So that's why we kind of started in the first place.
Yeah, it was kind of like if you listen to our weekly shows, you listen to our game shows. That was basically what we did before we did the podcast. We would just do that when we would play games together and stuff like that. We'd just talk about what happened, what we liked about it, what we didn't, and then we talk about different game shows, test each other on different things. So that's kind of all that stuff was kind of derived from us playing together on the games and everything. So
Yep.
yeah, it just was like, why not do a podcast just to send it out there and see what happens? Just see what other people think, see if other people agree with us, see if other people think we're idiots. So it was just a fun thing to do. We might as well, we're wasting all that time talking about it anyway. Why don't we just put it out there and see what happens? So that was kind of the whole idea behind it, at least. And to do fun stuff. Do things where
like just book it.
Yeah, just book it. The fantasy game that we're doing right now.
Yeah, like fantasy football, just fantasy wrestling.
Yeah, you can't really find that anywhere. So we kind of just created our own stuff. It kind of gave us the outlet to create things that we wish we could find in wrestling and do it ourselves. And hopefully in the future, get other people involved. You know,
Yeah.
it'd be fun to do it just where there's like 5 people doing
Yeah, that's what it's
it.
intended for. It's like a big game
Yeah,
for.
so and eventually someday that might happen, but obviously we're in our first year, so we're getting all that stuff. We're in the testing area of everything. We're just kind of seeing how it goes right now. Obviously, that fantasy game would be crazy if we had 10 people doing it,
Yeah,
and
that'd
not
be
just
really
the two of
crazy.
us.
Yeah.
Just imagine that having to pick from 10, make a 10 man roster with 10 other
Oof.
people pick or 9 other people picking.
Yeah. That's already tough trying to do
Just
with just
stuff like
us.
that. Yeah, it's hard enough going through people when it was just the two of us drafting people. So let alone when you're losing a ton of people
Yeah.
in the draft. But yeah, it's just stuff like that. Stuff where we kind of just wanted to have some fun and do some things that we thought people would like to listen to. People love the fantasy stuff. People love fantasy drafts, stuff like that. People like to listen to booking ideas and stuff like that, or at least we do. So we were hoping that we can kind of send that out there, see what people think, and give us some of their own ideas back at us.
Yeah.
That was kind of the whole purpose of it.
So I think we should probably start covering our background in wrestling since we kind of discussed it here and there. We've dropped it in different things in
Yeah, we
different
talked about
episodes and we've talked about it before a little bit, but never really gone in depth with it or anything like that. So basically for us, we started watching wrestling in 2007. Haid watched it a
it.
little bit before me. He had gotten into it with our dad. He had watched it before, and then I got into it. The first Raw that I ever watched was the first wrestling event I ever watched, and it was the Shawn Michaels Edge like street fight where they were both in the denim. The Edge had the beanie on. I mean, I'll never forget it. It was the first ever Raw I watched, and it got me hooked.
Yep, yep, and yeah, I got you into it. That it was like the very next week after I started into it for good. We had watched. I had watched some stuff with Dad a while ago. I always remember um, Mom yelling at Dad
Oh
to
yeah,
turn it off and turn it on. Um, but the one thing I always remember about those old times was the Triple H Stacker 2 commercials where the bees are
oh
flying by his head and then he just smacks them and he's got the
yeah,
can of Stacker 2. I always
yeah.
remember that. Those commercials always on when we'd watch it.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, so then in 2007, I was kind of bored one night. I think that was in January. So either I didn't really want to watch the Monday Night Football game, or something happened where there wasn't really much on to watch.
Hmm.
And so I was going through channels. I was like, oh, what's that? Monday Night Raw. I think I remembered that from, something we had watched before with Dad. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I'll just check this out. I'm kind of bored. I don't have anything to do.
We're that old that
And
you can flip through the channels with a remote and everything.
the TV guide you're going through. Um, and so I clicked it, and it was right in the middle. And I'll never forget the match. It was a handicap match with Rated RKO, and they were taking on Shawn Michaels.
Mm,
And I turned it on right at the point where they got him down for the concerto,
classic.
and he's like bloodied.
Yep.
And this is right after Triple H got injured with the
Yeah, it was fresh off that because if it's in
okay.
January,
Yeah. He just got hurt at New Year's Revolution. He was out, and it was Sean versus Ray RKO, and they're just about to hit him with the concerto, and I'm watching this. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? What is happening? And then you get the classic Shawn Michaels comeback. He like does the kick up
kip
into
up.
the
Yep.
chair, into the face. Comes back and literally lays him out the rest of that match. It's amazing, and
Yep.
it just like grabbed me and was like, this is what it's all wrestling's all about. So just watching that match. So then I was told you about it, and so to go back at this point in 2007, I'm 13,
And I would have been six because if it's in January, I would have been six. So
and no, not 6. You're only 5 years
in,
younger than me.
in 2007, I would have been 6 years old, and then summer of 2007, I would have been seven.
I think you would have been 8.
8.
Yes. You're born in
No.
99.
Yeah, the summer of 99.
No one said we're good at math on the show.
I'm 27 now. No.
Okay.
Okay, so I had it back. So I would have been
I
7
was
in
right.
January and then 8 in the summer. Okay.
That's why I was right.
I had it flipped. Yeah, okay. I was only
Let,
like a year off.
you learn something new about how bad he is at math, guys. It's embarrassing.
If they've listened to the podcast enough, they know.
Anyway, so you're 7, and so then I got you involved, and I was like, you got to watch this, which is what I did most of our lives.
True.
When I found something I liked, I said, "Here, you watch this." So, so we got into it, and I we watched that street fight you were talking about on that episode, and that episode was crazy. And I think we just got in right just at a perfect time for
Yeah, because they're
us
on the road to WrestleMania,
to really catch us because they went right into that street fight Raw, goes right into the Rumble,
and that's your
which is
favorite
one
Rumble
of
with Cena
the
Umaga.
greatest Rumbles ever by far.
Cena
You got
Umaga
the
and the Last
Rumble,
Man Standing
you got Last Man Standing Umaga, you got Batista Kennedy, you got one of the greatest Royal Rumbles ever,
with the
one of the
final
greatest Royal
two.
Rumble endings ever, and then you got uh, that leads into No Way Out, which is
With the
one of the
tag team
craziest No
match.
Way Outs ever. The tag team main events going at each other at WrestleMania, and then one of the greatest, well, to me, the greatest WrestleMania,
Yeah, okay.
the greatest WrestleMania ever, the greatest WrestleMania ever, um, WrestleMania 23. So, in my opinion, the greatest WrestleMania ever.
Yeah.
So we had that. Yeah, so we ended up getting WrestleMania 23 on pay per view that year, and that was kind of the solidification of our fandom, I think, in terms of following all the time and doing that stuff. So it was pretty crazy. Um, kind of a whirlwind. I think I ended up, the first DVD I got was December to Dismember
Oh yeah,
2006.
we watched the crap out of that thing.
Watched it all the time. It's such a horrible pay per view,
It's
but it was
horrible.
we just watch it every day, even though it was so just. I like the main
But
event, but the rest
but at the
was so
time we didn't really know what was good, what was bad. So
yeah. That was great to us at the time. So and we didn't really watch ECW at the very beginning, and we just watched Raw. And then
we
after
only knew about Raw.
yeah, and then after WrestleMania, we started watching SmackDown, and it probably wasn't till that uh like around Backlash or Judgment Day we started watching ECW
Yeah.
when they started really pushing Punk.
I started to get into SmackDown because that's where Edge went. So
Yep, and then once Edge went over there with the world title, that helped too. So, but yeah, it was a kind of a crazy. We just kind of went all in, which is what we do with a lot of things.
yeah. And
So, but we really went.
one of our favorite moments happened at that WrestleMania 23, and that was Undertaker jumping out onto Batista and Snuka, the cameraman, didn't
No, no,
really
no. What are you talking about?
what?
That's Shawn and Undertaker.
Oh, is that Shawn and Undertaker? Oh, that's right.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
I'll cut
You're
that part
losing your
out.
mind in your old age. I thought you were going to talk about the Jeff Hardy moment.
Oh, that is a crazy moment when he jumps on the ladder onto
He
Edge.
jumps off the ladder on the edge. And
That's
they
an
both get
insane
taken out of
moment.
the match.
I was hoping Edge would win that Money in the Bank, but
That was a
technically
great moment.
he technically does, I guess.
No, no, no. He cheats at it for Kennedy. That's not fair.
Even though he wasn't hurt.
And he wasn't even hurt. Which I never got why they had to take it off him anyway. Why can't you just keep it?
Well, I don't think they
He
really liked him
wasn't.
anyway. They never liked Kennedy, so.
Yeah, they never really liked.
But he was so over, they had to give him something.
He was over at that time,
It's almost like LA Knight.
and they should give him something.
They're not going to
Give
give him
him
anything.
a bank.
They're not going to give him anything.
So, but yeah, it was kind of a whirlwind for us to get into it, and then we never really stopped.
Hmm.
I think there was a time from that Raw in '07, probably about 2014, 15, where I never missed a Raw.
Yeah, probably.
Some SmackDowns here and there, and then
And then we
rewatched.
then we would record them. We'd burn them onto CDs and record them. So
Yep, we recorded all of them. So
we have all the exclusive commercials from that time because recorded the whole
we
episode.
have the
So
commercials. We have the secret Chris
I
Benoit
was I was gonna say, yeah,
episode.
before they got rid of that.
Yep, we taped that and have that. So if anyone ever wants to watch it, I don't
That's
know why you
insane.
would. You have it.
Just probably
Doesn't
just because
exist anywhere else.
it's such an exclusive thing. Nobody has that.
Yeah. I think it ended up being, I think what they showed on that one, well, it was everybody talking about him and crying. I remember
Yeah,
that.
I remember that. Yep.
And then they showed his Royal Rumble win, and they showed WrestleMania 20.
Hmm.
And I think they showed his last match at ECW,
I think
too,
so.
if I remember right.
Yeah, I think so.
So, yeah, it was pretty crazy. So,
But then all the news came out.
and then, yeah, we find out what happens. So, you'll never see that Raw again.
Unless you watch it on our DVD.
Yeah, unless you find the DVD player that works to work that disc, because I only worked with one DVD player.
Well,
But
let's
yeah,
talk
so
about
yeah, I was
yeah,
just gonna
let's
say
just
that was
talk
kind
about
of our
some
history.
yeah, let's just talk about some of our favorite moments. One of mine that sticks out to me immediately is, and we'll talk about it a little bit later when we get to some of the favorite things, um, is Brock Lesnar beating the streak. When we watched that, we went into it saying, "Oh, Undertaker's gonna win. He wins all the time. It's WrestleMania. Undertaker's not gonna lose." And then Brock Lesnar pins him. Paul Heyman's freaking out. The guy in the stands with the face. Like it's an iconic moment. I'll never forget it because my jaw was on the floor, and
What
you were
face is
telling
that?
me, you said you were telling me that it could happen, and I didn't believe you. So
I said he didn't look good. He wasn't
that's one
looking
of
good.
that's one of my favorite moments.
He just felt the air leave the arena. It was
Oh
so
yeah,
bad.
it was unbelievable. I'll never forget that moment.
It was pretty crazy. Um, yeah, I mean, there's so many good moments in our wrestling history. You have Jeff Hardy winning the title is one that comes to mind right away. The WWE title.
The
That was
Nexus
huge.
invasion,
Nexus, yeah, that was a big one. Uh, AJ
J
debuting at the Rumble.
Jerry Lawler's heart attack on air,
That was crazy. Yeah. Heist of the Century, Ruse of the Century. There's so
just
many good moments.
a recent one with Sami Zayn winning the title, the WWE
Yeah, that
title.
was crazy.
That
I
had my
wasn't
jaw.
expecting that.
I had my jaw on the floor.
You do that a lot, apparently.
Oh, when something crazy like that happens, it's worth it.
Um, Other thing we wanted to talk about is what are your favorite moments throughout this first year on Pod?
I think maybe the best moment is from that first episode when we were picking the 64 and I picked
Mhm.
Gunther to be as high as I did.
I forget where you had them at, but it was
I
insane.
think it was in the 40s.
Yeah,
He
we
was
did. Well, we did the no, it wasn't in the 40s. It was like in the 18s. It was
was it
early.
was it early?
It was like in the
I don't know.
teens
I listened to it recently. I can't remember exactly.
because you had it in such a spot where it made no sense because it was the ranking of all the world champions ever in WWE,
Yeah.
and so we were trying to tier up the bracket, and yeah, it was just insanity where you put them.
You were so upset and angry you couldn't breathe.
Shocked my core. Yeah, that was a good.
Um,
A recent one's my CM Punk crash out that just happened last week.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, the CM Punk crash out is pretty good.
we've had some crazy moments. We had the whole John Cena retirement thing was
Yeah,
big
our
when
whole
we
podcast was through the John Cena retirement, so
uh we did we had the whole argument about how it ended, how fans were
oh,
reacting to it and ruined the
right.
moment and all that. So that was a big moment for us. And um, trying to think, we had some crazy stuff happen. We had
You
we did.
praised the Miz at one point.
Uh, I said the Miz might be the greatest of all time at one point. I stand by my words. Danhausen's amazing. We had
Yeah,
that
Danhausen is
conversation.
amazing. He's very
Um,
evil, very nice.
yes. And then we talked about, I know one of the things that we did earlier in the podcast with like some of the game shows and stuff was just learning how bad you are at guessing things.
Well, my memory is
That
not
was
very
always,
good.
that was always a funny moment.
If I don't write it down and look at it, I'm not going to remember it really, unless it's something crazy. So,
You tried to remember. I mean, we just proved it in this podcast where we talked about Undertaker jumping off Batista.
right, yeah. See, my
That's,
memory's not very good.
my God, what's happening over there? You got those
I
gases
I
coming
remember
around.
things. I remember things that happen, but sometimes they get mixed up between in my head. They get mixed up in different order. So, like, I
Oh,
remember things that happen, but it's not like exactly right. Sometimes it'll mix with other things.
goodness. We had a lot of fun doing the year-end awards, which we're
Oh
going to
yeah,
do again this year. We recently did our first annual BOW 100, which was really fun. We just put out the making of video or audio. Um, that was pretty fun to do. A lot of work, but we were able to get that out. So I thought that ended up pretty well.
yep,
Um, our Hall of Fame was really fun, even though it was chaotic to record.
yeah. I was going. We were going through some technical difficulties at that time.
We got it working eventually and got it out there. So that was really fun to do. So anything like that, those like those special kind of episodes and things like that, I think were really fun. The Just Book It series has been really good. Really fun to do that, and then to go back and kind of remember what happened at certain moments and all that kind of stuff. Like our WrestleMania one, I think that was my favorite Just Book It episode was our WrestleMania.
Probably,
Really
it's
fun.
pretty good.
So yeah, stuff like that. It's just a really fun year to do that stuff and experiment with stuff. And that's what we're trying to do here. That's why we do so many different things. And we don't just want to be a hey, we come on every week and talk to you about what happened. We want
Yeah,
to
because
also
you can get that anywhere,
yeah, we also
and
want to
we
be
do
like
that too. But
yeah, we do that, but then we also want to be like, oh hey, if you want to listen to us, embarrass each other on game show, do that. Or if you want to
if you want
listen
to
to us,
listen to a fantasy book a whole year,
yeah, yeah, just do a random fantasy draft of wrestlers that are in the current WWE and do a whole year of wrestling. So just stuff like that, different things to where it was like, uh, just give people anything they want. If somebody just wanted to listen to the game shows, they can just listen to the game shows. They don't have to listen to anything else. If they want
yeah,
to listen to the brackets, if they just want to listen to Fool's Paradise and get the fancy information. I mean, that was
yeah,
kind of what the whole deal of it was.
we have it all
Was
for you. Yep,
to kind of give you a bouillabaisse, as one of our favorite radio hosts says,
yep.
everything that we can think of. And trust me, it's a lot. Just hits me. Shower sometimes. Oh. But yeah, it's been a good year, and I'm
So
hoping to keep that going. So,
so what are some of the expectations that we have for the upcoming year and for beyond?
I mean, obviously the main one is just kind of keep growing it, keep growing the podcast, keep trying to get more people watching, get more people excited, and following some of our stuff. And like we just talked about, if there's certain things they want to follow, there's certain things we can do. The wrestling rewinds, the game shows, all that different kind of stuff. Just trying to get people invested. I mean, on the Facebook side of things, I've been posting match ratings to get people involved in that. Um, and just kind of giving people a lot of different things to look at. So hopefully we can get some more people to like the page, to follow the page. That's the main goal, and just kind of get our stuff out there. And that's why we're trying to do this video. We're trying to do different things like that, to where we're putting ourselves out there a little bit more to try to get some more people to uh, follow us, listen to us, and hey, we're not doing this to get a bunch of people to agree with us. We don't really care about that.
Yeah,
That's I don't care about
it's
that.
probably
I just
better if
want
you don't agree with us.
Yeah, it's more about the entertainment part of it. Like we could say the craziest off the wall stuff. As long as people are listening to us, that's all we care about.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, just stuff like that. I mean, long term goals. There's obviously the big three that I'd always want to get involved with. I think it'd be fun to at least like meet Sam Roberts and it just even if it wasn't like an episode or anything, but to just talk to him and kind of pick his brain on wrestling because it's a unique brain on wrestling.
He's been doing
So,
it for a while.
yeah, and he's one of the godfathers of like getting that kind of stuff going. The other guy, the other godfather, the real godfather, Dave LaGreca,
Yeah.
like that would be amazing to meet him and to do something. They even just like talk to him like none of this even like I don't even care about any of this on camera stuff. Like I would just love to talk to him. I mean, that guy like started this at such a crazy time in his life, and he built up an entire wrestling channel, a 24/7 wrestling channel that's on Sirius XM now, pretty much by himself. I mean, it's insane the work he did to get that out. So
Hmm.
that'd be amazing. And obviously, like one of our favorites, just talked to Chris Van Vliet. He's just such a cool guy, super positive. Like it would just be amazing just to just talk to him and
Talk to him
just
about
talk about
TNA.
wrestling. Talk, you know, the one of my dreams is that next year for the we haven't talked about this yet, but for the 25th anniversary of TNA, we're going to do a mega deep dive retrospective on TNA
Hmm.
and go over all the eras and everything and all the wrestlers and it would be amazing to get Chris Van Vliet to come on the show and talk about his love for TNA and stuff like that. But obviously, that's a big pipe dream. We're nowhere near that level. But those are just kind of things that those would be the pillars that I
Yeah.
would say I would like to reach to. I don't know if you have any certain pillars you want to reach to, but
I mean, just that sounds pretty good to me, except for like just growing in general.
yeah. But those would be the guys that I would be like that'd be really awesome. And in general, like any uh, wrestling podcast. I mean, I'd love to go on other people's shows and just talk to them
Even
about
talking
wrestling.
to actual wrestlers.
Yeah. I mean, we're not big on that. We haven't done any.
Yeah, do
We're not big
interviews
on
or
the
anything.
interview
Yeah.
side. That's one thing. Like, we're not Chris Van Vliet. We're not coming out here interviewing people all
No,
the time.
no.
We're just giving our opinions and all that.
But if we could talk to like John Cena, that'd be sick.
But yeah, just to talk to just talk to guys like Nick Nemeth. Just talk to him about certain things that have he's gone through in his career and stuff like that. And what would be fun is like I don't really want to be the interview uh, show,
No, we don't have to be.
but it'd be fun to have them come on and do some of the stuff we like to do,
Mm.
like have them come on and play a game show
Okay.
or play something like that, or just talk about certain things or go over certain subjects that they want to talk
Not even
about.
not even talking about wrestling. Talk about their favorite foods.
Yeah, whatever. So, well, I mean, we could talk about. We don't have to like sit here and interview them on their career. We could talk about stuff they want to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, we have no limits on what we can do. That's why we do it this way. So, but yeah, that'd be cool too to get some wrestlers on here, to talk to some people. I mean, that's always the next goal to just keep building it up and to do things like that. Bring some people in on like the weekly shows, get some other opinions, not just our own.
Hmm.
Would be fun too. So
Yep.
everybody's got a different mind for wrestling, and nobody's right.
Except for
But
me.
that's the one thing. Stop it. What was that? What was that about Undertaker Batista?
Not about that. I'm talking
Oh,
about predictions for the future of
yeah,
wrestling.
your predictions are just stone
They're
cold.
always right.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
They should be right, at least. That's what they
Okay.
should do.
But yeah, it's just I think it'd be a fun thing to just expand is the main goal. and then eventually maybe we can hit some of those criteria. So we'll just have to
Yep.
see how it goes.
So now we wanted to take some time and go over some of our favorite things in wrestling, our top five favorite wrestlers, male wrestlers, female wrestlers, factions, matches, pay-per-views, moments, all these type of things. We wanted to uh, give you our top fives for all of those different categories. So we're going to start with factions. I'll go first. This is not in any specific order. It's not like a one through five or anything. But my favorite factions of all time are the Shield, Evolution, the Wyatt family,
Makes sense?
Undisputed Era, and the Bullet Club.
Okay. Okay. So I did do mine in order.
Okay,
So I have at five, the New Day.
makes
Love
sense.
the New Day. I have at four, the Shield.
Yep,
Three, I have the Generation X.
yep.
I'd have them higher if I, lived through that Attitude Era, probably. But and then
Yeah, we
WO too.
we only got like the watered down and DX with like
Yeah,
Shawn and
they were
Triple
still
H
good
and
though. They were good. But at number two, I got Evolution.
yeah, makes sense.
Love
Yep,
Evolution.
they were
Such a
fantastic.
good faction. Yep. And my number one, Main Event Mafia.
I knew it. I knew you had to have the
Love,
Mafia on there.
love me some Mafia. Love me some
I love
Mafia.
the Mafia too, but I did. They didn't cut it into my top five.
They were just too good. I was enthralled at every single
I mean,
second they had out there.
you don't usually get a faction full of like all time greats, and that's what the Mafia was.
Yeah, past their prime for sure. If that had been a faction in their prime, man, that would have been epic. But still, still a good storyline. So
All right, let's move to our top five pay-per-views. My top five pay-per-views are SummerSlam 2002. Love going back and
mhm.
watching the matches on that. I have
Yep.
Wrestle Kingdom 10 from 2016. Just an
Good one. Of
unbelievable pay-per-view. I have NXT TakeOver New Orleans in 2018.
course you
I
got
have WrestleMania X7 or 17 from
that. Okay.
2001. And I have ECW One Night Stand 2006, not 2005, 2006. That's my favorite.
That's good. That's pretty good. See, now I had ECW when I say 2006 as number five.
Mm.
It just doesn't get better than that crowd in the RVD Cena
Yeah,
match.
and throwing the shirt back to Cena when
It's
he
too
throws
good.
it into the crowd,
And you get the Edge and Mick Foley versus Funk and Dreamer match, man.
and then Edge comes back with the helmet on, he spears
Yeah,
Cena. Oh my God,
that's a
fantastic!
crazy one. Let's see what else did I have on here. At number four, I had Royal Rumble 2000.
Makes sense. That's a great
It's a
Royal
good
Rumble.
Rumble, but that street fight
Oh,
is
we'll talk
crazy.
about it later. Just wait.
Yeah, street fight's crazy, and then you also had tables match, Dudleys and Hardys. I think it was the first ever tag team tables
I
match.
think it
So
was. Yeah,
just that was a quality. You had Taz debuting against Kurt Angle. So many good things happened on that one. Number three, I have SummerSlam 2002, just like
hmm
you. That's classic. At number two, I have WrestleMania 40, Night Two.
mm. That makes sense. So
That last match.
do you count Night Two as its own pay per view, or do you want to encompass it all
I
into?
mean, WrestleMania 40 wasn't bad. Oh, like both of them were pretty solid. But if I had to pick a night, I'm picking Night Two.
But definitely, yeah. I think that's the thing with ever WrestleMania since they've gone to two nights is Night Two is better than Night One.
Because it feels more like a WrestleMania.
hmm
The other one, the Night One, feels like a precursor,
Yeah.
and then Night Two feels like the real actual WrestleMania.
hmm
Because you're getting the big time main event to finish the show. And my number one is obviously WrestleMania 23.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna have it on there. There's
Love
no
it.
doubt.
Yeah,
There was no
not
doubt.
much better than WrestleMania 23.
Let's go on to our top five favorite moments in wrestling. Mine are the heist of the century. We watched that live. Unbelievable.
Yep,
Fantastic.
crazy.
Another thing we watched live, Brock beats the streak, ends the Undertaker's undefeated WrestleMania streak. We talked about it earlier in the episode. Just unbelievable. Just like the biggest shock I've ever experienced.
That was crazy.
Then then I have Dana Bryan at that same WrestleMania winning the WWE title against
hmm
beating first Triple H and then going on and beating Orton and Batista later on. And then I have CM Punk's pipe bomb. I know you're not going to have that on here, but CM Punk's pipe bomb was an unbelievable moment simply because he said the no words. So, and at the time we didn't think that would ever happen. So,
I can say the no words too. I'll just get cute.
and then the last one that I have on here is a fun one, and thought I would add it on here just because I knew it would get a laugh out of you. And it is the night that John Cena was drafted to SmackDown and then drafted back to Raw on the same night.
Oh, that's a classic. It doesn't get much better than that. To watch your reaction that
I
time.
was so happy for Cena because I wanted something new. I wanted Cena to be, he'd been on Raw since we started, and I wanted him to be on SmackDown. I was like, yes, finally they did it. And then the very
Even
last pick,
Russell in the SmackDown shirt and everything.
unbelievable.
Hilarious. Your face when he was the final draft pick that
I couldn't
night.
believe it.
2011. He had to wait 5 more years for him to go to SmackDown. So that's a classic. I had my number. Let's see. I didn't order these. My number 5 is Plan B. When
There's always a
Rollins
plan B. That's a great
laid
moment.
out the Shield, I was
It
shocked.
started. It's still coming back today.
Yep, it's still in the lexicon of what's happening. It's still in the lexicon of what's happening. So, um, then I had number 4 was the Nexus Arrival. That was crazy.
That's an unbelievable
Couldn't
moment.
believe it. Couldn't believe it. Um, I had number 3 as the Heights of the Century. It was insane. It was just one of those moments when you just like you were shocked that that's how they were going to end WrestleMania with Seth Rollins walking out as the champion.
Hmm.
Then I had WrestleMania 40. Ah, what are you doing? I had WrestleMania 40, the finale.
Oh, those last like 5 minutes.
Yeah, the last like 5 to 10 minutes of that match are just like cinematic gold, like watching Avengers. And then my final one was obviously Lesnar beats a streak because there's not much better than that.
It's
That's
just
just one of those
it's an
moments
unbelievable moment.
you just never thought you'd see it, and then it happened, and you were just shocked. So we had that. What's next? Tag teams.
Yep, let's do our top 5 favorite tag teams. Now, these ones you might think like you wouldn't really think of as like the best tag teams that I had. Some of them are obviously, but there's a couple in here that you wouldn't really consider in your top 5 unless they're me. So, I have the Hardy Boys as my one of my top 5 favorite tag teams. I
Makes
have the
sense.
world's greatest tag team, Benjamin and Charlie Haas, as another one of my favorite tag teams.
That's a good one.
I have Paul London and Brian Kendrick.
Oh God, you're going off the board.
Underrated, but when we started watching, they were unbelievable. They just sprint to the
Sure.
ring.
Yep, they're at
It
the
was
top of the
fantastic.
game.
One of my favorites. And then I have another one in Beer Money. Loved Beer Money when they were back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And my final one is FTR slash The Revival, whatever company they're in. Doesn't matter. But just one of the best wrestling tag teams you'll ever see. So
Yeah, no, they're great. I had let's see here. I had at number 5, I had Motor City Machine Guns.
yep, I thought about the guns, but I decided not to put them on.
Love the guns. And they had some crazy matches. Um in TNA with like the Dudleys and Beer Money and those 10 teams. Then I had the Dudley Boys at 4.
Yep.
I love Bubba and Devon. Number 3, I had Beer Money as well. I love
Oh,
Beer Money.
all
Beer
right.
Money was great. They had probably one of the greatest gimmicks, and I'm a huge TNA guy, so Beer Money was at the top of my list of things that were going on in TNA. Number 2, I got the Lucha Bros.
Mm,
That tag team, it doesn't get much better than that for me. They're just amazing. Their chemistry they got together, it's great. So,
yep.
and then my number 1 is obviously the Hardys.
Yeah, I figured that's what
I
I was.
love,
I was wondering where they were going to come in.
I love Jeff Hardy. Matt's okay, but I love Jeff Hardy.
I feel like that's the history of their. That's the story. Love Jeff Hardy. Matt's okay.
Matt's fine. He does some good stuff. So,
our top 5 favorite matches of all time. Now, these ones, you might get a little running theme of what I like to watch when I watch wrestling. I like to watch the technical stuff, the Will Ospreys and the Kenny Omegas and stuff
Mhm.
like that, the Bryan Danielsons. But when I want to watch, if I just want to watch a wrestling match, I'm going to watch something a little bit more violent. So my favorite matches are Pentagon Jr. versus Vampiro, Cero Miedo match at Ultima Lucha 1. Just like unbelievable match. The stuff that they did in that with the light post, the LED lights, and fantastic. Then
Yeah.
I do have a traditional wrestling match. I have AJ Styles, Samoa Joe Daniels from Unbreakable '05. I mean,
Yeah.
it's one of the best pure wrestling matches you'll ever see. Then I
Great.
have Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon at King of the Ring 2001 in the street fight. Just it's chaotic,
Yeah.
unbelievable. Then I have Triple H and Mick Foley, or I guess he was Cactus Jack at the time of that match, at Street Fight in the Royal Rumble 2000, what you mentioned earlier.
Mhm.
And my final match, a little bit of an off the wall one, but it is JBL and Eddie Guerrero at Judgment Day '04 when Eddie gets busted open, he's leaking like uncontrollably from the head, and then he ends up getting disqualified in the just the
Yeah.
visuals in that match.
Yeah, that one's crazy. Okay, so I have actually now I don't think these are the 5 greatest matches ever.
Yeah, no, I don't think any of well, except for the AJ Styles match.
Yeah, these are my 5 favorites. I
Yeah,
also have Pentagon versus
I
Vampiro.
figured you would. You love that match.
Love that match. It's amazing. Number 4, I have Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles at Genesis 2010.
Fantastic.
It's great. It's just a technical masterpiece. Those two guys were made to wrestle each other forever. Um, Number 3, I have the Joe Styles Daniels match at Unbreakable. It's just too good. It's hard to beat that one. And number 2, I have Omega Okada
Mm,
Wrestle Kingdom 11. That thing is that's it's just sick. It's just crazy. And number 1, now I do think this is the greatest WrestleMania match of all time
oh,
in
okay.
match in general. Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker. It is by far the greatest match I've ever
It's
seen.
it's pretty much like the perfect match.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's
It's
perfect.
it's
Except
fantastic.
for that Snuka thing.
Yeah, except for the
I
snooker
you
thing.
thought that happened with
It happened
T.
twice. It happened twice. It happened at WrestleMania
Okay,
23 and
sorry.
25.
Goodness gracious.
All right, top 5 female wrestlers. Now this one for me was a little bit tricky. I I
You
feel
hate
like I have
females.
I
That's
yes.
hmm?
I couldn't really think who I wanted to put on this because
Favorite females.
I enjoy women. And so I enjoyed I enjoyed them all, but I ranked it I got it down to 5 and my 5 are Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Mercedes Monet slash Sasha Banks, whichever company she's in,
Yeah.
Trish Stratus, a little bit older there, and then maybe the most off the wall one, Kelly Kelly. What can I
Mm,
say?
yeah.
What can I say?
Gotcha. Yep. See, yeah, I can see you going Kelly Kelly. Now I went at 5, Candice Michelle.
Candice Michelle.
So, yeah, yes, one of my favorite matches ever. So we won't talk about which one it is. Then
Her
I
whole
got
catalog.
Lita. Yeah,
Lita, yeah.
I got Lita at 4. I got Trish at 3. I got an underrated gem, Mickey James
I
at
thought
2.
about Mickey. I definitely
It's
thought of when I was doing
underrated.
Trish, I thought about Mickey.
I
So
think my favorite run of hers is that TNA Hardcore Country run she
that's a
has.
great run. Yeah.
It's great. And then my number 1 is Becky Lynch.
You're a big
I
Becky
think
Lynch guy.
I think she's the greatest of all time. She can do anything.
There's an argument to be made there for
Yeah.
sure.
She's by far, if we're talking just in terms of overall professional wrestler, she's the
She's
greatest of
got
all
the
time.
mic skills, she's got the wrestling ability, she's got the charisma, she's got the over, she's over like crazy.
And she can do whatever she wants. That's what I like about her. She could be the uber baby face. She could be
The nasty
the
heel.
she can be the nasty heel. She can be the loving wife.
Hmm.
She can be, but she can also be the vindictive wife.
Yeah,
Like she can
she can do it
do
all.
anything you want. She can be the over the top eccentric, or she can be the like trimmed down, super sleek style. It
Yeah,
doesn't matter what she's doing. So,
she can do it all.
plus the humor is amazing. Even when she's not doing a humorous character. There's humor there. So
And then it's time for our top five favorite male wrestlers. Everybody's favorite. Everybody's got a top five favorite male wrestlers. And
yep.
mine, I think you'll know at least three of them. I don't know if you'll get the final two, though. My favorite of all time, no matter what era, anything it is, it's always going to be Edge. Edge is my number one forever.
Yep. Do
So the
that.
fact that he's about to retire is very sad. Again, I've gone through him retire like three different times now.
Mhm.
My number
Yep.
two, Eddie Guerrero.
Yep.
He was my first. I enjoyed Eddie.
You
But
always
then
remember the first.
yeah, and then Edge became the number one over Eddie. But he was just unbelievable. Now obviously we started watching after Eddie had already passed away, but then we went back and I found out about him and he was unbelievable. And
Hmm.
then my number three is Kenny Omega. I'm a huge Kenny Omega guy.
Oh, we know.
My number four is the Ring General Gunther, a new addition to the list. And then my number five, I've got a lot of guys on here who are either dead in Eddie's case, or guys that are on the verge of retirement in Edge and Omega, or Gunther, who's a little bit older, aging out, still great, but getting up there. So I had to go, like, who is going to be my guy for the next 10, 15 years? And I think I found him. And that is Obafemi. I
I
mean,
really thought you were going to say Danhausen.
Danhausen is old too.
I thought you were going Dan.
No, no, it's Obafemi.
Oh,
Obafemi is the guy. So that's my five.
the ruler.
I thought about putting Pentagon on here. I was him and Oba. I was debating, and I chose Oba.
Hmm. I will tell you, I had a few honorable mentions. I had Penta as one of my honorable mentions. I had Seth Rollins
Oh,
as
you
one
love
of
Seth
my
Rollins.
honorable mentions. I do love Seth Rollins, and
I'm surprised
mostly,
he's not on here. I'm surprised he's not honorable mention.
well, you'll know once I tell you
I
the.
think I do know your five, or at least your three.
Stop it! You don't know my
I think I know. I know. I know. I think I know four of your five.
phone. Like so. So, okay. So at five, Kurt Angle.
Yep, that's one.
He is the greatest wrestler of all time, in my opinion. In terms of technical wrestling, and one of the greatest characters ever.
Speaking of like how we talked about Becky can do it all, Kurt can do it all too.
Oh, Kirk can do it all. He could be the super psychotic, serious guy. He could be the ultra dumb, funny guy. It doesn't matter. Pull anything off. My number four, Jeff Hardy.
You know what? If I would have thought about it hard enough, I probably could have got Jeff too as your fifth. I think I know the rest though.
Jeff Hardy, when we started watching, he was just getting into that solo prime.
Yeah, winning the Intercontinental title, facing Umaga,
Great
John
matches.
Morrison.
The matches with Punk, the matches with Triple
Oh, I guess
H,
Nitro.
Undertaker matches. Man, he would hit his peak at that point. And then when he went to TNA, and he had that great run at TNA, even after he came back from the Victor Road stuff,
Oh, geez, not the Victor Road stuff.
he was doing a lot of amazing things. So,
Yep.
um, and then where am I at? Number three, John Cena.
Wow, not number one.
No, what can I
I would
say?
have.
John Cena. He was the guy when we started watching. Uh, Fell in love with him. Loved his matches. Um, it's hard. It was hard to put guys over John Cena, but there's a couple that make
I
it.
would have
So,
had him as your number one if I would have ranked it for me.
hmm but then we have at number two, AJ Styles.
Yep.
And like I said, I'm a big TNA guy. Love TNA. Love that era from like '05 to '09, even into the Hogan era. Probably about to 12, 13. AJ was the man. And yeah, he wasn't always in the main event, but he was always put on the best matches by far. So
I love when he's got the turkey suit on and he,
yeah,
he he's got the hood on and he raises up like he does with his normal hood.
yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah. He had a great character in TNA. He did it all. And then when he went to WWE, he solidified that he's one of the greatest of all time. So
Yep.
and then I have at my number one the guy who got me
Who
into
could it be?
wrestling,
Who could it be?
the guy who made me fall in love with the art of professional wrestling, the Heartbreak Kid,
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels. I it's hard to even describe what he did to get me into wrestling. Like it's the emotion he put into every match he was in. Um, yeah, watching him, and obviously he's in my favorite match ever against the Undertaker, who is another honorable mention for this list, but uh, definitely the greatest match of all time. And then the second one they have is just as good, and the emotion he puts into that match, even when he's done wrestling in the end of an era match. Just being the special ref in that match and the emotion he puts into that is
Fantastic.
like he's just that Ric Flair match um, at WrestleMania 24. It's just
Man,
he was
he was on a run. No wonder he's your number one. He was on a run. Cena in 23, Flair at
tough. And that
24,
Cena match was
Undertaker
so underrated.
25 and 26.
The
He was on a run.
Cena match was so underrated.
And this is after his back injury.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah. Well, if you like that, his last run of WrestleManias is why he got the nickname Mr. WrestleMania.
Hmm.
Because if you take out the McMahon match, which I'm going to say isn't a bad match, it's McMahon, so you're getting get what you get.
You got to be careful with McMahon because he's not a wrestler, so you got to
Yeah, it is what
you
it
can't.
is. But even that match was okay.
Yeah.
You look at his catalog since he came back: 19 Jericho, 20 Benoit and Triple H, 21 Angle, 22 was McMahon. Then you got 23 Cena, 24 Flair, 25 Taker, 26 Taker.
And a lot of people think that Angle Shawn is fantastic, one of the best matches ever.
Yeah,
Obviously, 25 Shawn Undertaker is one of the best matches ever. So like he was on a run of hits.
I mean, if the WrestleMania 20 match wouldn't have got deleted from history, I mean, that's one of the best matches ever, too. That's probably the best triple threat match I've ever seen.
Oh, with Angles or with AJ Samoa Joe and Daniels already been talked about. You're saying that that
Well,
match is better?
I'm saying that match is at a WrestleMania. So if you're putting them together in a vacuum of the aura of the match, and plus the ending made
And
that
Triple H
match.
has the white boots on.
I know, and he taps out like a little baby. But it's the aura of that match with Benoit winning at the end. It's ruined now. But at that time, I mean, at that time,
Yeah, yeah.
that was one of the biggest moments in WWE history.
Mhm.
They thought they were going to ride that forever. So, but yeah, Shawn Michaels, to me, the perfect wrestler. And I'm
That's
all
how
about emotion.
that's how I feel about Dom.
Yeah, see, you say stuff like this, and then it just ruins the whole show. You say stuff like this, and then it's why after a year I'm looking for a new partner. When we put that submission in on Indeed, God,
I need a new brother.
I need a new brother for Brothers of Wrestling.
All right, let's
But yeah,
talk Mount Rushmore. Let's talk
yes.
Mount Rushmore because everybody's got their Mount Rushmore. Everybody's got their opinion on it, whether you want it to be the Mount Rushmore as you take it as the four greatest to ever do it, or you take it as these four, because the real Mount Rushmore obviously is not the four greatest presidents to ever exist. It's the four that made the most impact in their certain time. And so that's kind of how I took it. Now, obviously, all four of the people that I picked are four of the greatest of all time. But
Mhm.
I took it kind of as the four people who changed the industry at the most impactful. And my four are Hulk Hogan, obviously I know, controversial, very
Mhm.
controversial person, but I'm talking Hulk Hogan, the wrestler from '84, WrestleMania 1, all the way through Hulkamania. I mean, that changed the business. Then
Mhm.
I've got Ric Flair, one of the greatest to ever do it, changed the uh WCW, was the face of that, was the face of
Mhm.
the NWA, became to WWE and was a champion there as well, multiple time Hall of Famer, part of the greatest moments and factions is. And just I don't have to explain Ric Flair to you. Great. Stone Cold Steve Austin was the top guy at the hottest point, and I don't know if the Attitude Era gets that point if he's not at the top. I know Rock's there, but Rock wouldn't have been the Rock, at least not the exact Rock, if he didn't have Austin to play off of. So Austin's my third,
Okay.
and then my fourth guy is obviously John Cena. I mean, I couldn't have John Cena not in the Mount Rushmore. So John Cena is maybe the greatest champion of all time, at least WWE champion, and he's well deserving of this Mount Rushmore.
I get that. See, and I did mine, did it in a way I thought where they all kind of mean their own thing. And that's kind of what I was going for in mine. So I have, if I'm talking the greatest character in wrestling history, I have The Undertaker on
Yep, makes sense. Yep. That what I would
there.
have picked
Greatest
too.
character.
Yep.
Okay. If I have, I consider to be the greatest babyface of all
Okay.
time, I have Hulk
Cody
Hogan.
Rhodes.
I have Hulk Hogan
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he was the
as the
good guy
greatest
fighting all the
babyface.
bad guys, fighting all the injustices, fighting
Yeah.
the evil Russians and the evil Iranians and whatever.
Real American. If I have the greatest draw, I got Stone Cold.
Yep.
He's got to be on there.
I mean, just
He
the
did the
glass
best
shatter
movie.
alone is
Yep.
is just goosebump causing.
Yeah, and I mean, let's be real. His Austin 316 T-shirt still sells.
I think it's the
Yeah,
greatest selling shirt of all time.
yeah,
Wrestling
by
shirt
far,
of
by
all time.
far. And then my last spot was for who I think is the greatest wrestler, and we all know who that is.
Danhausen.
You're a horrible bitch. So, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker,
No John Cena.
Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold. Nope, I decided to leave John Cena off because I wanted to go more in the route of certain aspects. And I think as an overall, like the other two guys I would consider, John Cena and Kurt Angle for best
Mhm.
technical wrestler. John Cena probably for best overall, like I wouldn't say career, but like just being at the top most of his career. But I think was a better babyface than Cena, obviously.
Yeah, nobody booed
Yeah.
Hogan for
You
well,
mean
they
at
did
the
boo him
end?
at the end of it, but they did. Cena was more. He was a face, obviously, but he was more controversial because the
Yeah.
fans just didn't want to boo or didn't want to cheer him. At least not the guys, the
And
main
I
group.
had to go Stone Cold for being in the hottest time. So
Yeah, he was the hottest guy at the hottest time.
yeah, so that's why. But like I said, my others would be Angle, Cena. Um, those guys are definitely adjacent to the Mount Rushmore.
Hmm
They're off to the side.
They,
AJ,
they have a little statue next to it.
yeah, a little tiny little statues. They're like the boogers. They just hang
Gross.
out in the nose. So. But yeah, so that's kind of where I went with it. But okay, what else do we got going on?
Well, I think we have you have something surprise for me.
Let's write the surprise. So I got you something for our 1 year anniversary.
Well, now you're gonna make
Now
me
we'll
look
put.
bad.
You didn't give me nothing, I
I
know,
didn't get you anything.
but um, I got you something. Now we'll put this later out, the whole thing out in a better format. But I didn't know how to do it. I'm not technically savvy, and it was a surprise, so I wanted to keep it from you. So we are going to listen to this. If I can get it on the camera. Let's see if it comes up.
Oh, I know that guy.
Maybe. Can you see it well?
I can see an outline of him.
I know, it's not really. Let's see here.
Maybe try lower your brightness on your phone.
Yeah, I'll try that. Oh,
Uh,
uh, yeah, it's a little bright.
hold. Uh,
I know, that's what I was
you
worried
can't see his.
about.
I can see his outline. I can't see his face. Just say who it is.
Yeah,
No, up. Yep.
I'm working on it. I'm not tech savvy, I told you that.
Hold it.
Okay,
Hold
yeah,
it.
we'll
Hold
put
it.
this
Okay.
out.
Hold it like at an angle a little bit. Okay. That's good enough. That's about as good as get.
We'll put this out better later,
Yeah.
but listen.
What's up, Logan? Hey, it's CVB, Chris Van Vliet. 1 year of doing the Brothers Wrestling Podcast. That is amazing. Hayden wants to send you a huge congratulations, and I do too, because I think the toughest thing about podcasts is, well, there's two tough things. Number one is starting. Number two is continuing on, and you guys have done both of those. So congrats to you guys. This is year one of many. So I love that you're doing this. If I had any advice for you, and this might sound super cliche, but like honestly, the biggest thing is just consistency. The biggest thing is just to keep going. My podcast, Insight, just celebrated 7 years. And the thing is, like, if you pick a day every single week, that's the day that your podcasts are going to come out. If you keep showing up, then everybody else is going to keep showing up too. It may take a little bit of time, but you start to build that audience because they know that this is the day that the Brothers Wrestling Podcast happens to come out. And I also think that like your passion will like come through. Everybody listening knows how much you love wrestling, and that's why they tune in. They want to hear what Logan and Hayden have to say about wrestling and everything that went on this week. And man, there's been a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world of wrestling, especially in the last week or two. But congrats to you guys. Keep doing your thing. If you have a way to put out clips on social media, I think that that's like the biggest way to like give people a little taste test of what you're doing. I like to think of that as like the Costco sample. You know, you eat the little chicken nugget at the end of the Costco aisle, and then you go, oh man, those are pretty good. Where are they? Oh, they're in the freezer section right over here on the left. You have to go check that out. You know, a 40-second clip of your podcast could turn into someone listening to your show for the rest of time. So again, congratulations. This is year one of many, guys. Congrats.
All right, that's super cool. Yeah, I'll probably, if you just send that to me, I'll try to edit it in as over the screen so that you won't have to show it, like you won't have to hold it here. They can just see it as like a full video.
Yeah. Like I said, not tech savvy, but I wanted to keep a surprise. I thought that was pretty cool. And
That's awesome. Yeah.
CVV is one of the best guys, I
Just
think.
hearing him say our names is pretty cool.
I know, it's crazy. So I think he's one of the best guys, nicest and best guys in the business of podcast, in the business of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It is probably my biggest goal would be just to even meet him. I just think it'd be really cool to at some point meet him. Just even like I said, if it's not on a show or something like that, if it's just meet him in person, talk to him, I think that'd be really awesome. I think he's one of the good dudes in the wrestling world and in the podcast world. And
I think it'd be awesome too.
yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. So we really appreciate it.
Thank you, Chris.
the message out there for the show. We'll share that out on all our platforms. But yeah, we really appreciate it. And yeah, it's hopefully it leads to a good year too. So
Yep. And now on to the final segment of the show. We have a little game of brother versus brother. We have Hade's lovely wife Shayna here. She's going to be asking us questions about wrestling, and I'm going to have to answer what I think Hade would want. Hade's going to have to answer what I would want. And she's going to start with the first question right now. Shayna, take it away.
Okay. If you can only watch one wrestler's match catalog, who is it?
I think Hade would say Shawn Michaels.
Kurt Angle.
okay, big low would go Edge.
Am I that predictable?
Yes, is
Am I that predictable?
that right?
That's correct.
You're the question
Correct.
lord.
All
All
right.
right. Well, what is one match you would show a non-wrestling fan?
One match. I think Hade would say Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25.
You are correct.
All right.
Hayden?
Probably the cell match between Undertaker and Mankind.
Incorrect.
I thought about that one, though. I thought about that one.
People that have crazy names. Johnny Gargano versus
Tommaso
Someone.
Ciampa
Yep.
from New Orleans.
You need to do your research for you.
I wanted to do a match that wasn't like so barbaric, but it also had like a good wrestling in it, but it also was a little extreme. So
I got you.
All right, Lo. What is your ultimate dream match?
Well, you're asking for me. What's Hayden's ultimate dream match? That's what you should ask.
Okay.
I think that Hade would choose. Oh, this is tricky. I don't know. Maybe it has to do something with Kurt
I
Angle, I would think. What?
talk about it all the time.
Yeah, but I don't listen to you. So,
Yeah, that's good.
let's say a dream match. I don't know, because all the guys that you like are guys that have wrestled each other because they're old. They've all from the same timeline.
Nope.
So
One out there that never happened.
I'm gonna say Shawn Michaels versus Seth Rollins.
Incorrect.
Darn
Sting
it.
versus Undertaker.
Oh, Sting versus Undertaker. Uh,
I say that all the time.
I know you
Right?
do.
I think Logan would say.
Um, hmm, dream match. Let's see. Probably something like
I'm gonna give you a timer.
I'm thinking. I'm just trying to think who we put with this other guy.
5 seconds.
Well, he just picked Gargano for the last thing, so I could see him
Oh,
doing Gargano versus Shawn Michaels.
oh, that's a good match.
Shawn Michaels versus Brian Danielson.
Okay, I was close. I was close.
You were close, close.
All right. Who do you think Hayden would choose for what? To do the table for three? Who would your three?
Ooh.
Who
Okay.
would be my
What a
table
weird
for
question.
three? The
I
WWE Network show. It's a show.
Oh,
I think it's just gonna be like guys from your top five, I would think, because you just want to like hear those stories and stuff. So it would probably be I'm gonna say Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker is your top three. Or your table for three.
you got 2 out of 3.
Oh,
Shawn Michaels, Jeff Hardy, and Kurt Angle.
Jeff Hardy.
Gotta get the craziness of Jeff Hardy.
I'm giving you a 2, 3.
Okay.
All right.
I think one of them's got to be Edge for, well, is that right?
I'm not that predictable.
Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, I didn't know if we were going dead or alive. Did you want dead or alive? You didn't.
I mean, I was just picking anybody.
Okay. I didn't put Eddie in there because he was dead. So
What's your last one?
I went alive only.
Alive only.
Yeah. I wasn't sure what your parameters were.
I don't want to go Gargano again because I feel like I'm doing that all.
I like Gargano, but he's not in this.
He wouldn't be in that.
I'm gonna give you a time limit
I was
again.
not-
5 seconds.
I really-
No, because you're too slow.
I'm
5 seconds.
thinking. That's what that. Have you ever done that before?
I have. It's not so hard for me
I
to
got.
do.
I got nobody. The Miz.
Oh,
All right. You got 1 out of
That'd
3
be funny,
in
though.
case we come down to a tie. Stone Cold Edge and Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. I forgot that. Oh, now I got so.
Throw the
All
one
right,
up.
well, who would he choose for a ride along?
For the ride. Well, one's got to be John Cena. There's no way it's not John Cena. So John Cena's in there. And then who else would he want to ride along with? I don't even know. Who's like a funny personality that he would want to ride along with?
You know, I'm all about fun.
I don't think I can get this. Let's see.
Got that right.
Let's go with John Cena. He would want to ride along with Seth Rollins, and he would want to ride along with Otis. Otis, yeah.
It was actually just the New Day.
The New Day.
Oh, the New Day. Oh, I didn't even think about the New Day.
Pancakes in the back with Big
Yeah,
D.
that's a great answer. Yeah,
Be fun. Video games with Woods.
yeah. I didn't think about the New Day. That's
So
a good answer. Yeah.
All right. Who do you
Uh,
think Lo would choose?
well, he seemed to be going more individual. I went
Yeah.
more big group. And he's probably going alive because he didn't know the parameters,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
Alive.
Everybody's alive. Yep.
How many
And I think
people
3.
I think all three of the people that I chose have been on a ride along before in like one of those episodes.
been on the right line?
I think so.
I'm just gonna throw one out because I think it'd be funny and I think you would do it. Jimmy Uso.
Okay. 1 out
Oh,
of 3.
Yeah.
yeah.
I totally thought, yeah, you go Jimmy.
Yeah,
Uso.
Jimmy's hilarious. I'd love to be in a
I
ride
can see
along
you
with him.
going Kevin Owens.
Ooh,
Dang it.
I thought of Kevin. Kevin's good.
Sami Zayn.
No. John Cena, Seth Rollins, and Jimmy Uso.
What bigger names? I figured you go with Jimmy, you're gonna go for like the big fun party.
Well, I
Kevin
thought
Owens.
about it, and Sammy and Kevin would have been great in there. Yeah, but I thought about Jimmy and Jay.
Yeah, I thought you liked Jimmy in there.
You get
Well, I can't look.
it's just if get a wrestling.
Yeah, because I didn't.
If you get
Yes, obviously.
all right. If Hayden got a wrestling contract, what company brand would he be joining?
Company and brand.
Company and brand.
I think that Hayde would join. I think he would just want to be simple. I think he would just want to join WWE and join Monday Night Raw.
You are correct.
I go with Raw.
Everything basic.
Yep, that's me.
Okay.
He seems more like a SmackDown guy, but he could also go off the board, go somewhere completely different. We know he's not going to TNA. He hates TNA.
Maybe if it was 2005.
Is he going to AEW Dynamite?
Nope.
Dang it.
Should have stuck with your gut.
Dang it.
WWE
Watch
SmackDown.
He's a SmackDown guy.
That just put low in the lead.
Dang
So.
it. How many are left?
2.
Two more, I think.
All right. What is Hayden's favorite match type?
Ooh, Hayde's favorite match type.
You should get this one pretty easy.
I don't know if I can. I
I'll
don't
force you to watch this DVD on repeat.
Why are you giving him hints?
Well, because
You're in the losing spot.
Force.
the
What
hints
DVD?
don't help him.
Oh,
He just put it in his own head.
your favorite match type is a ladder match.
Yep.
That was pretty
Okay.
easy.
And Lois?
I don't know.
I think you do know.
Got a timer.
I feel like I would guess. I don't know if he's how specific he is though.
I gave a broad, and then I gave something that like these matches are also in that category, but they're basically the same thing.
There's examples.
Well, it's not like I was thinking like Money in the Bank, but
No,
Is that your final answer?
no, he said no. So no, it's not my final.
it's not Money
answer.
in the Bank because that's too
Five.
similar. That's not like
Four.
you
If
you
there's
know you know
three.
this.
2.
Don't know.
1.
Is it the cell?
No,
God dang it, what is it?
Hardcore. Street fight.
No,
Unsanctioned.
no.
yeah.
Hardcore.
Those are like the same thing, but I just wanted to give an example.
Hardcore.
Oh no.
Hardcore history.
Street fights.
Street fight uncensored.
Okay. What event would Hayden want to travel back in time to be at?
I mean, we watched this when
If
it
he gets-
happened, but I think that he would want to go back and watch and experience WrestleMania 23 live.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Hello?
lose this.
Yeah, you already have. It doesn't matter.
The tough one. I don't know what he's weird. He might go back to like the grunge GCW thing.
I'll tell you one after we get done. I'll tell you one that I thought about, but I thought it'd be too risque.
Mm,
Think about big moments that happen
Yeah.
on one card.
so I'm thinking like SummerSlam 02.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
I'm thinking you're going bougie and big and going WrestleMania.
Oh, I'm going big.
So it's got to be a big WrestleMania you like. Is it WrestleMania 17?
Nope. 30.
30.
No.
WrestleMania 30.
I was in my list of WrestleManias I thought you might like. 30, 18, 17. We're all right there.
So Hayden
I
finished
wasn't-
with 1 2/3 points.
Wow.
Okay.
Logan finished with 4 2/3.
I see. You did a lot better than I did.
All right.
You're more predictable. That's why.
I'm a lot more predictable. Now, what was your weird one?
Oh, my weird one, a little off the ball one, was the night Owen Hart died.
Oh, God.
Just to,
dark.
just to see him fall. I just want to be in the
Oh,
arena.
no.
This is why I said it was risque.
Yeah. Vulgar, even. God.
Well, they
Yeah.
never show it on TV on the video. Like you can't see it, so
Well, there's a reason for that. You want to
I
watch
know.
that? Goodness gracious. So what are we in with? You got 4 and what?
2/3. You got 1 2/3.
Ouch.
I really thought you were
Yeah.
gonna have Undertaker in there, and not Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, I like Jeff Hardy. I think his stories would be crazy.
His stories would definitely be crazy. Let's end with some closing thoughts here.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Oh, you can if you had. I didn't know if you had anything ready to
Uh,
go.
I'm just excited for the next year to see how everything goes. Kind of take this a year at a time. I'm excited to get back to everything we're going to do. We got a big end of the year coming up. We're going to do our 21st century lists every month here coming up, starting in August, I believe. Faction, tag teams, women's matches,
I think it's
and
August.
men's. Yes. So starting in August, we'll start doing those lists. So that's a pretty big deal. It's going to be our big feature for the end of the year this year. And then yeah, we'll get into the awards at the end of the year. We'll get into the Hall of Fame around WrestleMania next year, and then back into our BOW 100.
And
So that'll be
obviously
pretty fun.
we'll obviously be doing the normal stuff, the weekly every week, and we'll be doing the recaps of all the big pay-per-views. Survivor Series is coming up, SummerSlam is coming up. So we are going to be doing the big shows like that and then talking about the rest.
Yeah, we'll probably do big show, SummerSlam, All In probably.
Oh yeah,
We'll talk
all in,
about
yep.
that. All Out, Survivor Series, everything leading up to WrestleMania. We'll do another super card of or bracket madness. Last year was super cards. We haven't really found a one this year. We have a few ideas.
Yeah, we've talked about a couple.
We'll see where we go with that, but we'll do that around March Madness time. Do our third one of that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. So we
Yes,
got a
we
lot of good
are.
stuff coming up. Plus the little things, game shows, point count, the list. We're gonna do another list here soon. So yeah, the match ratings that we're putting on Facebook, all that kind of stuff. We're just gonna keep it rolling and see how everything goes. So
Yep. And we hope you enjoyed this first episode of With Us with Faces instead of just
mhm.
voices. And
Yep,
like we said at the beginning, this is not going to be a every week thing. We're not going to be doing it every week for the podcast, but we will be doing it for special events, special occasions, and things like that. So keep your eye on the YouTube channel and on the Spotify channel because I'm going to be uploading this to both with the video instead of just the audio on the Spotify for this one. So if you prefer to watch us on Spotify as well instead of just listening to the audio, it'll be there for you. It'll be available for you. And we appreciate every single one of you being around and listening. If you even listen for just 20 minutes or whatever, you listen to the full episode. We appreciate all of you doing that for the entire year. And we are excited for a second year and many more years to come here on the Brothers of Wrestling podcast.
yep, and hopefully more guests. We'll see what happens with that. But thanks to my wife Shayna. Thanks to Chris Ramit for the video. And yeah, hopefully we can start incorporating maybe some more fan stuff. If we can start getting some people, we can do some maybe Q&A kind of ideas. Whatever we end up doing, we're excited for it. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good year. So
Yep.
yeah,
That's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.
peace.